welcome back to GoldStockTrades.com. Today we have a new and special guest with us, John Midiotis. John is CEO of Abraplata Resources, which can be traded as ABRA on the TSX Venture and as ABBRF on the OTC. Thanks, John, for being here with us today and for giving us an update on some recent corporate news and some recent drilling news.
Hi, Jeb. It's definitely my pleasure, and thank you very much for hosting me.
Well, it's been a very significant time for Abraplata. It's got a large silver resource. It's cheaply valued. It's just gone through a merger with Aethon Resources, which has a great team behind it, like Altius and SSR Mining. So if you could give us an update on the recent new Abraplata, and the recent merger news and what's going on with the company recently.
Yeah, absolutely. So Abraplata is sort of just completed quite a transformational transaction. As you mentioned, we've merged with a company called Aethon Minerals. That merger completed in December 19th of last year, so just about a month ago now. I came from the Aethon management team. So really the Aethon management team took over. It was a merger of equals. But now the focus of New Abraplata is, it's a silver gold focused exploration company with assets in Argentina and Chile. So our flagship property is called the Ablilos, which is located in the mining friendly province of Salta in Argentina. And that's quite an advanced stage asset. So we have a very large resource base there, as you alluded to. So the current indicated resource sits at 80 million ounces of silver and over 730,000 ounces of gold. So an approximate breakdown of the revenues there would be about 60% silver, 40% gold. So quite a nice balance, we feel, between both metals. Now, there was a PEA study on the project completed back in 2018, which shows some very good economics. So that study was completed using $20 silver and $1,300 gold as price assumptions, and resulted in an NAV for the project of over $200 million US, with an after-tax IRR of over 30%. And so that was, based on an open pit operation, large scale. And so we feel that represents sort of an excellent starting point for the project. Now, I think importantly, we feel there's definitely a lot more upside to the project beyond that study. And so we started a drill program testing some of the higher grade gold zones that were previously identified. And we'll talk about some of the drill success we've just announced here recently, which I think is very exciting. But I think the real opportunity here for investors is Abraplata. Now that we're sort of a new company, strong financial position, new management team. I think the market hasn't really caught on to the value proposition that we're offering at the moment. So, at the moment, relative to our peers, based on the stats we've reviewed here, I mean, we believe we are the cheapest or most undervalued sort of silver gold exploration company, both on an in situ basis, so on a price per ounce basis, and on a price per NAV basis. So we're trading at a very deep discount to the peer group, which we feel is unjustified, and that's sort of the opportunity here that lies ahead with the new company, is on sort of re-rating and trading a lot closer to the peer average, which could be a very, very successful outcome for current investors.
And recently, this week, this new Abraplata, which has been so deeply discounted in the marketplace, intersected some great drill results below the existing resource, very strong results and significant results for Abraplata. Could you discuss the recent news at the end of January on the drilling on the beginning of this campaign of the first two drill holes?
Yeah. So we started this recent drill campaign in late November of last year. And so really the purpose was to test sort of the depth extension of some of the high-grade gold zones that were previously identified, but just sitting beneath the existing sort of open pit resource that's currently in place. And maybe just to give you some context here. So back in 1997, so there was a drill hole on the property that intercepted 10 meters of over 17 grams per ton gold. And this intercept was only sitting, about 210 meters from surface in oxides. So, a very juicy intercept. And in addition to that, there was a number of other, very high-grade intercepts here, grading over 5 grams gold over good widths. And, quite surprisingly, those were never really followed up beneath a depth of, say, 300 meters, because this project was always sort of evaluated as an open pit. So the focus of the vast majority of the historical drilling has really been focused within the first, say, 250 meters. And so, the focus of our drill program, as I mentioned, is sort of let's try to follow up on some of those results, test, the high grade extension of these sort of feeder zones that have previously been identified. So we drilled 2 holes. So far, sort of completed those just before the holidays and announced those a few days ago. And, I think the results sort of speak for themselves. So the first 2 holes, the highlight intercept there on our press release, we intersected 7 meters of just over 20 grams per ton gold, 200 grams silver. This is sitting in oxide, so similar to the existing resource we have in place, and sitting, only about 250 meters down hole. So very shallow. Now that same hole, prior to crossing this very high grade gold mineralization, passed through a silver intercept that was 17 meters of over 600 grams silver in that same hole. So very good start to the program. Of course, we're very happy with the results to date. So just to put in context, that 20 grams per ton mineralization. The existing resource is based on under a gram gold. So 0.85 is the existing grade of the resource. So, we feel results like this could significantly improve the overall grade of the existing resource, and, represent, of course, a very exciting target that we're keen to continue to drill here.
Well, with the recent news and very strong drill results, and you already have a large silver gold resource and a stronger treasury after the merger. John, highlight your background. Key here is management to take this project forward, skin in the game. What investors should know about the management and the drive behind Abraplata in 2020?
Yeah, so as mentioned, so now that the merger has been completed, the new Abraplata here is now being run by the previous Aethon management team. And so that's where I came from. So I'm the CEO of the company here. My background is a finance background. So I have 15 years experience working in the mining sector now. And that's been focused on corporate development and mergers and acquisitions. So some of the companies I've worked for in the past on the corporate side include sort of Barrick Gold, where I started off my career. Then, I moved over to Lundin Mining for about 6 years. We did a number of acquisitions there, and then I left Lundin to join a company called Orico Metals, which was quite a successful sort of spin out that was ultimately acquired by Centerra. So that was a good outcome for Orico shareholders, and of course I'm trying to replicate that success here again with Abraplata. So in addition to myself, I think we have a very lean management structure. So our chief geologist is David O'Connor. He's based down in Salta in Argentina. So he's very experienced. We actually took him out of retirement to join the company a few years ago. So I think he has over 40 years of experience, a number of discoveries he's made throughout his career all across South America. And then in addition to Dave O'Connor, we also receive, technical support from our largest investor, which is Altius Minerals. And so we have full access to Altius's technical team as needed, which is, a very tremendous help for a small company of our size. So we rely quite extensively on Altius and their technical group. And then in addition, I'd say our board's also very well known. So we have, a strong board, excellent network of contacts, both within North America and Argentina. So I think as a result, we have sort of good access to capital for a company of our size. So I say now, the merger's completed. I think we have a management team has a good, strong track record here of adding value on the exploration side and also on the corporate development M&A side.
John Miniotis, CEO of Abraplata, that can be traded as ABRA on the TSX Venture and as ABBRF on the US OTC. Thank you so much for being here with us today, for highlighting the recent merger and the recent news of the drilling campaign and highlighting the unique aspects. Is there anything else that you'd like to conclude with on how investors can find out, get more information, or possibly contact you to do more due diligence?
Yeah, so investors can, for more information, go to our website, abraplata.com. My contact details are, of course, on the web and on every press release we go out that goes out. And I'd just like to thank you, Jeb. I really appreciate being here, and definitely look forward to providing you and your listeners with an update as we continue to make progress here.